Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Mr. Haas?
Yes. This time we need a motion, reading of the minutes for regular meeting July 24th and special meeting for July 31st.
Second.
Mr. Siebert? Mr. Cruz. Okay, roll call please.
Mr. Cremines?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Mr. Day?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, communications and or visitors to the board, Mr. Powell.
Thank you. We have a couple of updates. Angel Crossing, renovation on that is continuing on schedule. Looks like we'll be on track for an October 15th completion. And our opening day was, we had a really great opening week. As of late last week, we had 5,007 students. I think Mrs. Renee is completing the goal is. They just keep coming. And then we have tonight the opportunity to hear from our student board of ed representative candidates. And this is the debate that is going to introduce these students, and it'll take about 5 minutes to talk to them and introduce themselves.
Yes, pleased to meet some fantastic students tonight. I've got you in alphabetical order, so we'll start with Alexandra Tilly. Make sure you speak up so I can hear you, okay?
So everyone can hear you.
Hi, I'm Alex Chili, and I want to be the next representative on the school board. Ever since I was a little girl, I've just been trying to change the world. When I was 8, I decided I wanted to be president. When I was 12, I decided to be a little more realistic and go with senator. And now I'm 18, and I want to be the next high school representative on the board. I really do think that this would be a good fit for me because I'm very involved with the school. I'm very active in lots of clubs and organizations. One of them being Women's Empowerment Movement, or it's now known as I Am That Girl. Spanish Club, NHS, although we haven't really started that one yet. Student Government, HOPE, which is helping other people everywhere. It's a community service club. And Unified for Uganda, which provides financial and emotional assistance for children in Uganda in their education. I really do enjoy meeting new people and listening to their ideas. I think having a conversation is one of the most important things in order to learn and bring new ideas to the table. One of my favorite expressions is if you're not having a discussion at the table, you're the one being discussed. So I want to be the one at the table. I really do want to engage our school. I want to make everybody more interested in local school board politics. I think it's kind of a shame that a lot of students don't realize what's going on around them. They don't know too much in their area. And one thing that I would do as representative is I would like to increase voter literacy in high school juniors and seniors. I would like to inform them how to register, tell them when they can register, because a lot of people don't realize that you're 18 by the general election, you can still vote in primaries, and in those primaries you can have something like the bond issue just this May. And I was lucky enough to be able to vote in that one. Yeah, overall I just like to inform students about the local issues going on. And I really do think that this would help me out with my future as well. I'm an aspiring political science major, and I think this would be a wonderful opportunity for me to participate in government really hands-on. I canvass, I vote, I protest whenever I get the chance, and I really mostly focus on educational issues since that's what's most important to me since I am a student, and I do think that education is the most important thing. In my opinion, education is also opportunity, and I really do think it's sad that there's people out there who don't have the opportunity that we do. And I want to get out there, and I want to advocate for that, and I want to make sure that everybody gets that. My dad was a teacher for 17 years, and it's just always been really close to my heart. Overall, I'm still going to go out there and be politically active. I'm still going to go out there and try to engage our school and start a conversation, increase voter literacy. I'm still going to find a way to change the world, even if I don't get this, but it would be a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
All right, our next person is Lena Beck.
My name is Lena Faith. I am a senior and have been a Proud Panther since kindergarten. I am an active community member. I have been throughout high school. One of the many things I've done is accumulated over 90 hours of community service and volunteer work at the Tri-Health Hospital. I'm a student government member. I have been for 4 years. I'm a student ambassador and I'm a National Honor Society recipient. Due to my service, I have been nominated by the school to attend a leadership conference in Northern Kentucky University, which I attended this past May. If given this opportunity, I would bring a holistic student overview. I'm very involved. I love student government. It's just one of the best things. Communication is key. And I've always had a growth mindset, and I would love to learn from the best, know the inner workings of our board. And I'd like to thank each of you for allowing me this opportunity.
Next is Kelsey Farrell.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Farrell. I'm a senior here at Little Miami High School. Those of you who don't know me, I've applied for this position because I think that I can be a great liaison between the student body and the school board, given how often I interact between other students and the variety of settings that I do. Throughout high school, I've made it my goal not only to achieve academically by taking challenging courses, but also balancing my social life with a variety of clubs and extracurriculars. Since my freshman year, I've participated in 4 years of student government, 3 years of 2 varsity sports, French club, and I've been appointed treasurer of French National Honor Society. I also like to give back to my society. I volunteer outside of school by tutoring inside and outside of school voluntarily. By being student representative, it would give me and the student body the opportunity to further our insight in public relations and begin our insight to surroundings of our community. Thank you for this opportunity.
Next up, Ryan Lombardo.
Hey, I'm Ryan Lombardo, and I'd like to be the new student board representative. Just like a lot of the other candidates, I am a National Honor Society member, a regular blood donor, we're Unified for Uganda. One of my biggest achievements I'm most proud of actually is because I'm a member of Buckeye Boys State, and which is, I'm sure you've heard of it, it's a government simulation that we have a week long at Miami University. My role was actually superintendent in there, and so I'm sure it's like nowhere near as professional as it is here. But I was superintendent in there, and I got to know the ins and outs of it, and I really am interested in it because, you know, the superintendent handles all the policy, and I know the treasurer handles all the money and accounting, and the school board needs to make sure it all passes through, make sure everything makes sense, no flaws, no nothing. Also, I do want to be a teacher whenever I get older. I'm doing senior internship this year, and I'm going to go into a teaching degree, and it will be at an 8th, 7th grade level. But I really am excited for this, and I'd really like to do this just because if I can know the ins and outs of it as much as I can, I feel like it will like excel my career as much as it possibly can. So thank you all for listening.
Our next contestant is Courtney Temple, and she's actually at a soccer game tonight, so she made a video. It's right behind Jeff.
I should be the next student representative for the Board of Education. This summer, I spent a week at the University of Mount Union attending Buckeye Girls State. While at Buckeye Girls State, I learned a lot of valuable skills that would be useful to represent the student body of Little Miami schools. During my time there, I served as the president of the Board of Elections and the director of Public Health and Safety. Being a part of the Board of Elections required me to be responsible in organizing the elections and solving problems that occurred while the voting process was taking place. Also, I had to be disciplined and respectful of everyone coming to vote, even when their opinion differed from my own. The responsibility, organizational skills, and problem solving that I endure at Buckeye Girls State are all valuable characteristics that will be useful in becoming a part of the Board of Education. As a member of the board, I will need to be responsible in coming to meetings, organized with my thoughts and input from my peers, and a problem solver in the issues that may arise. Furthermore, I experienced how to be independent this summer while I was in Spain on a mission trip. I left the country for 3 weeks on my own and had to navigate an airport and live with a family I didn't know. The uncertainty and the new things I experienced in Spain will come in handy being on the board, because at times I may feel uneasy about topics and meetings, but I will be able to navigate through them and come to a reasonable conclusion. Not only have my experiences this summer prepared me for being the student representative of the Board of Education, but I have also been on Little Miami High School varsity soccer team for 4 years, this year being captain. I have attended several leadership conferences, including being selected for the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Conference. I am also a student ambassador and the current valedictorian of my class. For me, being the next student representative is important because I will be able to be the voice for my peers, and I can help solve problems to ensure that every day is a great day to be a Panther at Little Miami schools.
All right, and our final candidate is Molly Wilson.
Hi, my name is Molly Wilson. I'm also a senior at the high school. I've gone to Little Miami my entire life. I was born and raised in Mandeville, and I'm actually a second-generation Panther. My father also graduated from Little Miami, and I'm one of 6 kids, so I have a younger sibling in just about every one of the schools here at Little Miami. So I've gotten like a very wide range of opinions and dynamics from across the district. My view is not just limited to the high school. Also, I've been very involved in the high school. I'm in a ton of clubs. I've been a student ambassador for 3 years, so that's really given me the opportunity to represent the school in the best light that I can to new families, new students, as well as the freshmen every time they come in. I've also been a part of Hope Club for 3 years, so that's a community service club. That's given me the opportunity to really work with people who are very proactive in the community, such as the Barn Hills. I've gone to the elementary schools and read kids' Christmas stories, just anything like that. So I've gotten to meet a lot of people through that as well. And then I'm also a member of NHS and student government. So same thing, I just got to meet a lot of people. I've gotten get to work behind the scenes and a lot of the stuff that happened at the high school. I'm also a part of Teen Alliance Council, which is a group of students from about 7 different schools in Warren County. And we just come together with the common goal to prevent substance abuse as well as promote healthy relationships. So I've gotten to work with a lot of kids outside of Little Miami in the community, and I've gotten to see the dynamic of other high schools as well, like in comparison with Little Miami. I've also been a part of, I tried just about every sport at Little Miami. The only ones that I've stuck were cross country and lacrosse, but that's also given me the opportunity to meet a lot of different kids at the school throughout different sports and all the different grades that are all doing different things. So yeah, that's really broadened my view of Little Miami students. And then, of course, Little Miami is a school district, so academics are at the forefront of what we're doing. And I love to learn. That's my passion. So as soon as I got to high school, it was like Pokemon cards, like signing up for every honors class, every AP class that I possibly could. And it's really given me respect for the teachers at our school. I love how hardworking they are. I love the genuine effort they put in and how they're really willing to meet students where they are and get them doing as best they can. So I'm really passionate about Little Miami. It's who I am. And then education, I love to learn, and I think I could really represent a wide variety of students. My scope is very broad as far as how many people I know in Little Miami. So thank you for your time.
I just want to say, all of you did such an amazing up in front of a group, which is very hard.
Especially this group.
Speak for yourself. But I'm very impressed and amazed at what you just went through. So I think kudos to you guys.
Yes.
You know, it's really, really great.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Haas will have some further
Yes.
discussion, and then I really would like the board to let me know who your top candidate is by next Tuesday.
This is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, we'll all hold the notes on that. We'll talk a little later, so thank you very much.
And that's all I have, Mr. Haas. All right, thank you very much. Okay.
This time, do we have any community comments?
No one has signed up.
Yes, you do not have to stay unless you wish to. That's a long reason, you're more than welcome. Okay, at this time, treasurer's reports. Mr. Donovan?
It's under item D1, I ask the board's approval of the bank reconciliation, the financial summary report, the 2 appropriation reports, and the revenue report for general fund.
Mr. Cummings?
I'll second.
Ms. Grice? Is there anyone want to cover anything in there specifically?
For month ending July 2018, first month of the new fiscal year, we're in the new fiscal year for the school. This fiscal year runs July 1 through June 30th, 2019.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Ms. Jornet?
Yes.
Mr. Cremines?
Yes.
Ms. Grice?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Next, under item D2, contracts, ask for the board's approval of the contracts as listed.
I'll move.
Ms. Grice? Second. Mr. Cummings? Thank you very much. At least expand on these contracts.
Absolutely. The 4 contracts as listed. We have one with Alice Training Institute. It's a 3-year service agreement for Alice Training for our staff. We have one with Frontline, which is actually the vendor. It's through the Hamilton County ESC. It's for the applicant tracking system we use for hiring. And then actually the next 2, one for Sarah Baker and one for Amy Gallagher Flip. That was actually from the spring musical last year. They had some contracts that just got to me for the Mary Poppins and Drum Grant. But those are the 4 contracts as listed.
Any questions?
Yes, it's from last year.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nay? Mr. Cremines?
Yes.
Ms. Grice?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Thank you. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Donovan. Appreciate it. Hand that down here. Mr. Howard? Thank you very much. This time, we entertain the superintendent's reports and recommendations.
Yes, I'd like to ask the board's approval for all items listed under personnel.
Mr. Nay?
Second.
Mr. Cummings? Questions or comments on any of these? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Grice?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Mr. Nay? Mr. Cremines?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to ask the board's approval for an updated transportation supervisor job description.
I'll move.
Sorry, is that Mr. Cummings?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nay, second. Okay, Mr. Nay, seconds. Okay, any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Mr. Nay? Mr. Cremines?
Yes.
Ms. Grice?
Thank you. That's all I have.
comments on non-agenda items?
No one has signed up.
No one has signed up? Okay. This time, I need a motion to move into executive session. To discuss details relative to the security arrangements, emergency response protocols for the Board of Education, as well as matters required to be kept confidential. Mr. Seaver, and did I skip all the business? I'm sorry. Let's table that before we have a vote. We'll get back to all new business. Thanks very much. This time, yeah. New business is our first reading of our updated board policies, as well as Warren County Career Center report. We have that.
We do not have that tonight. That's my report I
I missed it. That's the only reason that you know. That's exactly. And our next board meeting date is September 25th, and we'll be here to meet Mr. Howard. If we do this next time here, could we get more than one microphone? Is that possible? Can we do that? Or you two sit closer together? You could do one of those two things, it would be great. Okay.
Mr. Haas, I did want to point out one item. There'll be some discussion about a possible TIF agreement with the township in executive session. We'll be conferring with legal counsel, and depending on what the board decides in executive session, there may or may not be action.
Thank you very much, Mr. Howard. We will return to the motion on executive session. And that was brought by Mr. Seaver, seconded by Ms. Grice. All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Haas?
Yes.
Mr. May? Mr. Kabine? Yes. Ms. Grice?
Yes.
Mr. Seaver?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I just had